When I woke up that morning, I thought maybe I had dreamed it. The ticket, the numbers, the $4 million. Marcus didn't answer. He didn't answer the next call.
Mr. McNeil, what kind of work do you do?
The courtroom was dead silent. Not the kind of silence that comes from boredom, the kind that grabs you by the collar and refuses to let go. Because standing on opposite sides of that cold, polished room were not strangers, they were siblings. A brother and a sister who had once shared a childhood home, holiday dinners, and the kind of inside jokes that only family can understand. But today they were enemies, and between them sat a crumpled lottery ticket worth $4 million. My name was Sarah Calloway, and I had no idea that one Tuesday evening, the kind of night where nothing exciting ever happens, would shatter my family forever. It started with a gas station. I had stopped to fill up my tank after a double shift at the hospital where I work as a night shift nurse. My feet ached, my back hurt. I had $53 in my checking account and a fridge that was nearly empty. I grabbed a scratch-off ticket almost as a joke, something to smile at even if I lost. I didn't lose. When I scratched off that ticket and saw the numbers, $4 million, I actually laughed out loud. Then I cried. Then I sat in my car for 20 minutes, absolutely frozen. I called my brother Marcus. He was the only family I had left after our parents passed. Despite everything, all our arguments, all the times he borrowed money and never paid it back, all the broken promises, he was still my brother. And in that moment, I wanted to share my joy with him. That was my first mistake. Marcus came over that night with a bottle of cheap champagne. He hugged me. He told me he was proud of me. He said things like, "Sarah, this changes everything, and we're going to be okay now." I remember thinking how long it had been since he had looked at me with that kind of warmth. We talked for hours. I showed him the ticket. I even let him hold it. And then I fell asleep on the couch. When I woke up the next morning, Marcus was gone. The champagne bottle was empty, and the lottery ticket, the ticket I had placed carefully on my kitchen counter, was nowhere to be found. I told myself I had misplaced it. I searched every drawer, every bag, every pocket of every jacket I owned. I called Marcus 14 times. The first few it rang and rang. Then it went straight to voicemail. Then nothing. His number was disconnected. 3 days later, I received a letter in the mail from the State Lottery Commission. It informed me that lottery ticket number 7741XB9902 had been claimed and verified. The winner had already initiated the process of collecting their prize. The winner's name on the claim form? Marcus Calloway. My brother had stolen my ticket and claimed $4 million that belonged to me. I couldn't breathe. I sat on my kitchen floor for 2 hours, just staring at that letter. Then something shifted inside me. Not anger, exactly. Something colder. Determination. I was not going to let this go. I was not going to quietly disappear while my brother lived the life that should have been mine. I hired an attorney named Diana Reyes. She was sharp, no nonsense, and had handled lottery fraud cases before. She told me our case was strong, but not simple. Proving that the ticket was mine required evidence, physical, testimonial, or digital. we began building our case immediately. First, we pulled the gas station security camera footage. The footage clearly showed me at the counter purchasing a single scratch-off ticket at 11:47 p.m. on the night in question. My car, my face, my credit card transaction, all on camera. Second, we obtained my bank records showing the $3 charge for the ticket at that exact gas station at that exact time. Third, and this was the detail that made Marcus's lawyer go pale, I had taken a photo of the ticket that night. Just a reflex. You find out you're a millionaire, you take a photo. The metadata on that image showed it was taken at 11:59 p.m., 12 minutes after purchase at my home address. The ticket's serial number was clearly visible in the photo. Marcus had walked into the lottery office and told them he had found the ticket on the ground. He hadn't scratched it himself. He claimed it was simply abandoned property. Our attorney filed a civil lawsuit within 2 weeks of the claim. The trial lasted 3 days. I sat at the plaintiff's table and watched my brother walk in each morning without making eye contact. He had hired a defense attorney with a reputation for aggressive cross-examinations, but Diana had prepared me thoroughly. On the first day, the gas station footage was shown. The prosecution, his defense, tried to argue that the footage proved I bought a ticket, but not necessarily the winning ticket. Diana was ready. She called the gas station owner to the stand, who confirmed that his store had sold exactly one scratch-off ticket that night, of that exact type, at that exact time. On the second day, the photo metadata expert took the stand and walked the court through the digital fingerprint of my image, the ticket number, the timestamp, the GPS coordinates of my apartment. It was all there. Marcus's attorney tried to suggest the photo had been altered. The expert dismantled that argument in under 4 minutes. On the third day, Marcus himself took the stand. He was calm at first. He told his story about finding the ticket outside a convenience store. But Diana had done something clever. She had obtained his cell phone records, and those records showed that at 11:51 p.m. on the night in question, just 4 minutes after I bought the ticket, Marcus received a phone call from my number, a call that lasted 22 minutes. The judge asked Marcus directly, "Sir, you claim you found this ticket outside a store, but records show you were on a phone call with the plaintiff at the exact time you claim to have found it. Can you explain that?" Marcus opened his mouth, closed it, looked at his attorney. The attorney whispered something, and then Marcus said the 5 words that ended his case. "I want to speak privately." The judge denied the request. The jury deliberated for less than 2 hours. The ruling was clear and complete. The lottery ticket was determined to be my legal property. Marcus was ordered to repay the full $4 million, minus what he had already spent on a car, a vacation, and a down payment on a house. Those assets were frozen and liquidated. He was also found liable for civil fraud and ordered to pay my legal fees. Outside the courthouse, a reporter asked me how I felt. I thought about it for a moment. Then I said, "I don't feel happy. I feel relieved. And I feel grief, because I didn't just lose a lottery ticket that night. I lost my brother, and no court ruling gives that back." I've thought a lot about why Marcus did it. Was it desperation? Jealousy? Years of feeling like life had cheated him while it rewarded others? I don't know. Maybe I never will. What I do know is this. The moment he picked up that ticket and walked out my door, he made a choice. A choice that said money mattered more than family, more than trust, more than 20 years of shared history. I used a portion of the settlement to pay off my student loans and buy a small house. I donated to the hospital where I work. I set up a scholarship in my mother's name. And every now and then, I think about that gas station, that tired Tuesday night, that $3 scratch-off that I bought almost as a joke. Life is strange, and sometimes justice is too. If this story moved you, if it made you think about trust, family, or what we owe the people we love, share it with someone today. And if you've ever experienced betrayal from someone close to you, leave your story in the comments. We read every single one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a story. Until next time, stay strong and stay kind.